Hey there, welcome to the Sesh on location. We are back for the second time in a year at the lovely South Island Beer Festival in these wonderful Staff Club Gardens. The most generous beer festival in the entire country, if you ask me, having two in the same year. We're going to check out all of the special brews made just for the event and maybe a few of the more interesting standbys. We're going to find out which are the good ones and we're going to hopefully find out which is the best one. So stay tuned and we will have all that coming up. Go!
Do we need to keep that? Because it's not close.
Cutest glasses ever. Right, can I have a Three Boys local session?
Yeah, of course.
Tell me a wee bit about it. What's in there?
It's supposed to be the white IPA.
Yeah, I noticed that.
So,
should I be disappointed? Because the white IPA was really good.
No. We sold it all last night. Unfortunately, that's the brand new release. This is the new release of it. So, a little hoppier than the regular IPA actually, but lower alcohol. So,
really? So more hops than the full strength.
More dry hopping. Yeah.
Gee.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there you go.
Good one to start on. Thank you.
That's great. Cheers.
Righty ho, here we are saddled up with the first beers of the day, and I've got something from Three Boys. It's not the white IPA, which they sold through last night apparently, never mind our loss. It's the Session IPA at only 2.4%, and I'm really pleased that it's good. Because last time's beer, if you remember, their low strength, goodness me, would have had some sort of tea in it. Nightmare. Yeah. Absolute nightmare. This, far from a nightmare, this is a dream. It is crispy, it is hoppy. I hear it has even more dry hopping than their standard IPA, which is saying something because it's only half as strong at best. So, remarkable stuff from Three Boys. Crispy and delicious. Good way to start the day.
Yeah, I've got an Emporium Angry Sky Red IPA, a relatively new brewery on the scene, I think, in Christchurch, but this is really nice, and I hear that Emporium is Finney of Finney's Homebrew Emporium, so I'd say this thing's packed full of Gladfield malts and quite a few hops as well by the taste of it. At 6%, it's getting up there, but it's beautiful, actually, really nice.
Oh yeah, Finney breaking into the circuit. Hope to see a few more brews out of that guy. I'm sure he's got them in him. And what do you got, Dave?
Well, keeping things light, I have Alla, which is a low-strength saison from Eagle Brewing. It's only 3.3%. It has that first quenching light mouthfeel of a low-strength beer, but the full saison flavour. It tastes like a proper saison, but just with the added bonus of being quite a light one if you want something just to keep you hydrated.
One of a series, isn't it? The four saisons, as you're calling it.
That's right. Right. We're looking for maybe just one more coming up.
Yeah.
Just one more coming up for last month of the year or so. We'll just have to keep an eye out. Anyway, keeping things nice and light for the start of the day. We'll see how long that continues, and we'll see how long we do when we try a few more batches of what's up and coming. Catch you round. Righty-ho, another round, and I've got the Cassel's APA. I'm not sure if it's different to the 1PA, but if there is a difference, it's in the dry hopping. There is more dry hop in here than I don't think I've ever encountered before. It's almost too much, which is something I never thought I would say. It's ridiculously sweet, dripping with hops for a 5.4%. Tastes like it could be a lot stronger, so working for me. What have you got?
Eruption Brewing's Crater Rim Kolsch. Crater with a K. It's pretty good. 4.9%, I think. It's nice. I quite like Kolsch. I think it's got the crisp refreshingness of a lager, but some slight ale sort of flavour characters, which is pretty good. There's a slight, I'm going to call it like a Spates Gold Medal character, but in a good way.
That's a confusing thing to say.
I know, but maybe you'll know what I'm talking about if you've tried the beer.
What are you rolling with, Dave?
I have Sprig and Fern's Ginger Lager at 5.1%.
Uh-oh.
It tastes like either a dry ginger beer or a sweet ginger ale, and also a little bit like a shandy, but it's pleasant and refreshing. It's not a bad drop. I'm nicely surprised.
Well, taking that one for the team. I'm glad. It's pretty good, though. We'll check back in with some more special releases. Righty-ho, round 3, ding ding, and I have upped the ante with a wee heavy, which is a wee bit stronger, full 8% from Brew Moon.
Wee heavy indeed.
It's another special one they've done. They're really breaking into the strong beer market all of a sudden. They always used to be the moderate strength producers for me, but they kind of broke that with the 10.1% American APA, which is probably still floating around somewhere if you can find it. But
very nice.
No, this one, let's see. It's a wee heavy. Scotch ale with a bit more strength in it is probably the best way to describe it. Nice and malty, not too hoppy.
It's very dark, isn't it?
It is quite dark for a wee heavy, but they have a lot of swing in there. Lovely and fruity and really quite strong. So keep me going. What have you got?
Cool. I've got Emerson's Laughing Monk, yet another special release from them, which is brilliant. Well, the beer itself, we have no information apparently. So
it's Belgian,
It's
right?
a Belgian ale. Yeah, and it's quite a nice Belgian ale. It's got that sort of raisiny character. It's pretty nice. Other than that, I got nothing.
Well, what I've got is from Valkyrie Brewing. It's Brynhild, a bottle fermented sour at 5%. This one apparently was laid down before sour beers really took off. So as a result, it's not the extremely sour, like crazy novelty sour you might get today. It's a kind of a mild, moderate sour. Think like sour cherries.
Sounds right.
Sour from before it was cool.
Yeah.
Oh, well, sounds good. We will keep exploring. Tune back in. And the quest for the most interesting beer continues, and I've had to go for something a bit lighter there. That wee heavy was just a wee bit too heavy for me at 8%, and these extremely generous half-pint glasses, which are, as it happens, the cutest things I've seen at a beer festival in some time. I think they're really quite gorgeous. But anyway, I've gone for another Californian Commons from the Twisted Hop this time, from the Steam Brewery. And this one's significantly lighter. It's only 3.8%. And I've learned something today, that California Commons is actually a style of beer. It's a lager. Technically, it's been lagered, but hopped with American hops, and sort of like an IPL would be down here, only generally a little lower strength. This one's really good. It's nice and light and crispy, but it has a good hop backbone to keep it trucking. What have you got?
Cool. Well, I've got the UC Swettenham United Brick Lane. We tried this one earlier in the year. It's a curried ale, mad curry powder. I've actually tried it since then at a festival after that, and it was a bit nicer. It was the same batch, the curry had mellowed. This one, I asked Mr. Swettenham United himself if it was a new batch or an old batch, and he said yes.
Well, there you have it.
And I think it's a new batch, because mad curry.
Yeah, mad curry this time.
Yeah, it's like you come in, potpourri, curry.
Wow.
On the mouth, curry. Yeah.
Fragrant but deadly. Oh, well, what are you rolling, Dave?
Well, Tuatara and Pomeroy have teamed up to create an old ale, 5.8%. Old ale in the sense it's a traditional English ale style instead of an aged or old ale. It is amazing.
That's a good one.
It has the strong, sweet, rich, dark, malty flavours of, say, an imperial porter.
Yeah, it looks
I
like
would
it could
not
be a
have
porter.
thought. Yeah, it's really quite astonishing. It's maybe one of the beers of the event for me, because it's distinctly an ale, but it has so much strong, intense character. I really like it.
If only we could turn the camera around.
Sounds delicious. You would have got some awesome Child in the River footage, but never mind. You'll just have to believe. All right, let's catch you back for round 5. Oh, dearie me, the day is warming up, and so am I. We've got round 5 here, and I've got the sadly slightly disappointing Citronomy from Yellow Box. I was hoping for Citra, but there's just not too much in there. It's certainly a hoppy beer, make
probably
no
hard to
mistake,
come by.
but I know it is. That's why I love it so much. Oh, that delicious rarity. No, what we've got here is a pretty generic Nelson-style IPA, really. It's 6%, so it's fairly hefty, but there's just not enough there to keep me interested amongst so many otherwise compelling beers, but never mind. What have you got?
I've got Harrington's Big John, barrel-aged even. I'm going to just take a stab and say it's bourbon barrel, because there's some vanilla flavours in there. It's pretty nice, actually. It's 7.4%, so we're getting up there, but yeah, it's got a really nice barrel flavour, but it's not overwhelming amounts of oak like we get recently with a lot of these barrel-aged
Sounds like
beers.
it's going back to its properly barrel-aged roots, just like the first Big John. So that's always good to see. And what are you rocking, Dave?
Well, from the laboratory, I have Marmalade, a dessert ale, 6.5% ABV. It is extremely heavy, extremely creamy, very sweet, and just slightly sharp. It's one of the more beguiling beers I've had today, one of the more interesting ones. It's hard to drink a lot of, but it's really cloying and really moorish in small quantities.
No, it's syrupy stuff. I've tried it. You could
Very,
spread it
yeah.
on your toast.
Yes.
Anyway, check back in for the next round. Deary me, it's all gone a bit leafy in here. We should probably save those lovely APAs for this, but never mind. What I've ended up with is a lovely and light, because I needed something a bit light after those ones. The Pink Boots Red Ale from the really rather interesting Pink Boots, would you call them a group? They're a
collaboration of women brewers.
Of women in brewing in Christchurch at the moment. Very exciting stuff coming out of there. And this is a nice and fairly simple, which is a bit of a respite at this part of the day, red ale. There's one particular note in there which I'm getting, which is a really nice note of golden syrup. Seems to be abounding in here. Otherwise, it's just nice and refreshing. Nothing too complex. Easy going. What have you got there, Dave?
From Mussel Inn, it is the Golden Retriever Golden Ale, 5%. Nice balanced alcohol level. It tastes of cornflakes, golden syrup, honey, toasted muesli, happiness. It's just a really friendly, breakfasty, inviting, sweet ale.
Very nice. And from the jungle.
Well, here in its natural habitat. Actually, it's not the natural habitat. It's a Czech Pilsner from Pomeroy's. It's nice. A dank riverbed or dank dried out riverbed is not the best place for a beer, but it's a nice Pilsner. It's just a nice
just
Pilsner.
A good all-round Pilsner.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Neat. Alrighty then. Where will the next set be? Who knows? Underground, in the air, somewhere else. Right. Arguably, it is the end of the day. The beer is beginning to run out, to the point that I am reduced to having had a cider. But it's not a bad cider, it's a Townshend cider. I actually forget the name, but it has some very heirloom apples from the old country even, so it's a fairly true cider.
It's a vintage cider I tried earlier.
It is quite good acid. It's a very dry cider, which is difficult to find in the country, so I'm not going to say it's a bad thing. What have you got there, Sam?
Got a Hop Baron Motel Motueka. It's a beer. It's got some good old Motueka hops in it, and quite a few of them. It's pretty nice, actually.
My goodness, the reviewers are getting intellectual this part of the evening. What have you got, Dave?
Well, we here at the Sesh are all about responsible drinking. So I'm finishing off today with a nice light beer, Croucher's Low Rider, a 2.7% pale. It's big on flavour, plenty of hops.
You guys keep saying finishing.
Oh yeah.
What
Well,
does
this
that
time,
mean?
finishing totally for reals. Actually, I mean it this time across my heart, etc.
Sure.
Yes.
No doubt. The South Island Beer Festival.
It's alright, isn't it? It's a gift that keeps on giving.
Isn't it?
Isn't that what the back of the t-shirt says?
Yeah, it's alright.
It's alright, isn't it? Alright, that has been the South Island Beer Festival. This has been the Sesh. I do hope you've enjoyed it. We've tried some really quite special releases for this one. I think even better than earlier in the year. We hope for some really stellar things to come in the coming year.
Stellar, though.
Yeah. What's your favourite of the show? You've got to pick one.
Emporium's Angry Sky. It was
Angry
the first
Sky?
one. It's the one I remember best. It was pretty good.
All right. My favourite of the show, I think it has to be Cassel's APA. It was almost too much for me, but not quite. And I'm a more is more man, so I'm going to go with that one. How do you think, Dave?
I'm giving props to the Pomeroy's and Tuatara collaboration, the Old Ale.
That was nice.
It was a nice one. Hope to see that one in bottles. I think it would be a really good ager. Anyway, this has been a pretty hard day. Real body on the line stuff here, but we will be right back sooner or later with some other delicious beer content for you to digest. At any rate, catch you next festival, maybe even March Fest. We will see you there. This has been the Sesh, signing out. Deary me, we should have saved the APAs for this one. It's all gone terribly green just at the moment. And I've forgotten what my beer is. Etc. But they've...
Recycling.
Fuck.
Responsible.
Just fucks. So many on this video. Righty-ho, getting back... Shit. No, I'm all...
You got the GBs.
Now you got the giblies. That looks canted to the right.
You're canted to the right.
Feeling a bit parched. Gag over.